My name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Essen 2013. I'm sitting down once again with Tony Boydell.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hey, come on. There you go.
Hey, press the flesh.
Of Surprise Steer Games. And right there. I know I was saying how it's very, you made my job very easy because it's all right in front of me. But last year you and I sat down together to interview for Snowdonia. And now we have Snowdonia the expansion, the Daffodil line.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the multiple expansions that are available at the show.
Yes, because you also have the Britannia
Bridge, Jungfrau, Mount Washington. To be honest with you, I'm confused as well. I hadn't expected all of them to kind of synchronize at the same time. So if you're a fan of Snowdonia, I'm sorry I made you walk so far, but hey, look at it like a treasure hunt. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, because they are scattered all in different booths. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, well, what do we get with the Daffodil line?
Well, the Daffodil line is quite a gentle scenario, really, compared to some of the sort of dynamiting, exploding sort of complexities of the Jungfrau. But it's based on a railway that's just around the corner from me, my hometown of Newent. And it used to run, and it's called the Daffodil line because the area around Ledbury, which is the starting place, was famous for the daffodils that grow in the fields there. And they used to grow them there and send them off to Gloucester and London and everywhere else. And what's so lovely about it was that there used to be a canal that ran the same route. And then the railway bought the canal and then filled it in to build a railway on. Now, anybody who's played Snowdonia, which is hopefully everybody who's interested in this, knows that you dig away the rubble before you can lay track in Snowdonia. Right. And so what I thought would be great was if you dig it away first at the beginning, you then use what you've dug out to fill in the canals to build a railway on the back of those. So we have these new track cards. So it's exactly the same on the other side, but in this time, this needs to have cubes put on it. So it starts empty and needs to have things put on.
Interesting.
So it just changes the game a little bit, makes it a little bit more interesting. But there's never enough rubble at the beginning, so we've introduced this new idea of turning stone into rubble. So in the old game, you turn rubble into stone and that's it. In this one, you can actually collect the stone and then smash it all up and then fill the canal with it as well. So anybody who's a fan of the rubble bonus cards, there's a new way of getting even more rubble. So. Now,
given that this is a bit, as you put it, a bit gentler than some of the other things you can do with Snowdonia, how does that affect the time to play?
It's almost exactly the same amount of time. Yeah, so it comes in at about an hour and 15 minutes, depending on the number of players. I mean, people who've played Snowdonia a lot, it's not complicated. They just get straight into it. We've also put daffodils in it as well because it's called the Daffodil line. So in this station, for instance, if you fill in the spaces by paying the resources, you collect daffodil cubes. So there's no yellow player in this scenario. You just take the yellow cubes as daffodils. And at the end of the game, you get points scaled up for bunches of 4 daffodils.
I have this visual image of all these guys laying down track and walking away with huge bouquets of daffodils.
Get in touch with your feminine side with Snowdonia.
Or I would say your agricultural side, perhaps. Well, Tony, thank you so much for coming by and showing us the Daffodil line. I know a bunch of people have been asking me about this, and might have to go track you down myself later.
Well, there will be copies on the BGG store after the show, because I've just handed it in a big carrier bag. So.
Okay, there you go. Direct from Tony. Thank you again.
Thanks, Ben.